guys, how are you doing today? So welcome to my YouTube channel. Since it's the first time I'm going to be doing like a video of myself or my face on my YouTube channel. Like you've only been seeing my cooking videos. So let me officially introduce you
She
to
calls me
myself. My name is
daylight.
Betty Rose. I am
Sorry,
video
you just don't make
creator.
me
I am
feel right.
creator some
Never
basically
meant to make
reviewing
you
and
cry.
messaging
You
for
were
a while
right.
now, from reels,
Just
from shorts
leave me. I'm
to
never
actual
meant to have
videos.
to fight.
This video is more like a birthday vlog. It's
Every
actually a birthday vlog.
time you wake up
Um,
feeling worse than me. Check
in
the
how do I put it?
time. It's never
In
what it feels like. Just throw me
as
in
special for my birthday
line.
because I'm going to be a
Every
year older
little step that
in
you
a few
feel
days. I guess
right.
4 days time. I'm going to be a year older. So I decided to document this thing and put this thing there. And I don't know who needs to see this thing, who this is going to be an inspiration for. So I'm super duper grateful to be a year older. Like I'm always looking forward to my birthdays, things that and when I think back, I think about God has been faithful towards me. So as I always look forward to my birthdays. 2020 has been a very, very good year for me. Irrespective of the ups and downs, irrespective of the ups and downs and whatever the country is has been saying, despite us to strike, making me pause, school for about 8 months. But irrespective of all these things, what has been extremely good to me. I'm very grateful to God. I'm very, very grateful to God. Extremely grateful to God. To who are my mom, who are my siblings, who are my friends, my roommates in school. I'm extremely grateful to God, if not for anything, for growth. Like I've grown extensively over the past 365 days. I've grown. So let me rewind back to February 2024. So one day my roommate and I were in the room growing up, and I just thought aloud. I said, 2022 no be so, and the entire response was like, "Kilo Rudebe, like what did you think towards that? Like why did you think? What do you think towards that made you say 2022 no be so?" Like I was already frustrated of the year 2022 from the second month of the year. You can imagine, and this time was probably after my exams, and I don't even think it was even up to the mid month of February, if I can guess, like very, very if I can very accurate with my guesses. And it was not up to the mid month of February, and I was like, 2022, no be so. I was like, kilo road away. But guys, looking back now, I withhold that statement. I wish I could take back that statement because of 2022 has been one of my very good years. You know, I always say when people want to celebrate their birthdays and I really don't want to crack my head for epistles, I would say, "Oh, welcome to your best year yet. Lights are falling for you in pleasant places in Jesus' name." I really don't know what welcome to your best year yet means. Remember that's my last year birthday. Welcome to your best year yet. Like that was actually the prayers. And thank you to all those who said welcome to my best year. God, 2022 has been my best year yet. Like this very song that says Morawa Laimi Morio Morio Morisha Laimi Morio. Like that song actually means to me, like it actually speaks to me. That song is basically for me because I've seen the hand of God. I've seen the hand of God, and I realize how intentional God has been about me. Like me saying this is me being in my vulnerable state. I also have done this video like days before today, but I've been withholding the urge to make this video, especially when there was even a leading to make this video and document these things here. Before 2022, I even didn't know what I wanted to do. Anyone who knows me, anyone who is my friend knows I'm a stunt supporter of my friends, staunch supporter of families, and things really don't get to me, especially things that would actually make me envious or jealous of you. My friends have businesses. My roommate has an hair business. The other one has a makeup business. She's into makeup artistry. What else does she do? She sells like my roommate is actually industrious. Especially she's very, very industrious, and like this girl is a student and she sells, like she fries akara, she fries dodo and yam and fish and all of this, and are bringing in income, not like we say extra income. This is like a very, very major flow of income. And me, I'm actually doing nothing. But anyone who knows me, I'm a very stunt supporter. Like I would give you the hype, I would give you the support and everything. But 2022, I didn't have anything to do. I actually said me this kitchen 2020. I said me this kitchen 2020 during the COVID-19 breakdown. So lockdown rather. So I just said, let me just do something. I said 2% at that time. I said Miday's kitchen, I said Miday's collections. Oh guys, how did I feel during this period? I said, let me just do something. But over time, it wasn't even going well. It wasn't going well. Probably I wasn't putting in my energy into it. But in 2020, I said, God, I wanted to do something. And God has been so intentional that some before I even think about these things, before I think about it, they're already falling in places. Like I would ask God for one thing, God, would create like 10 ways just for one thing. And I would repeat what I said earlier. Like, I can now know what the saying "Welcome to your best year yet" actually means because of 2022 has been my best year. So let me take you back down to probably March. No, not it wasn't March. I think May, June, July, one of this month, and I put it up on my social media, WhatsApp status to be precise. And I said I wanted to support some of my friends' businesses, not just. My thought then was just to patronize them, you know, because of probably because I really don't have friends that are actually patronizing my business, or I know that um if you open a business, don't be your business for friends and families. I am of that notion. I know of that notion. So I said I was going to support my. I'm not going to be like. I'm not going to follow that notion that says look God friends and family they will not patronize you. I'm going to actually patronize my friends and families at least to an extent. And when I wrote this in on my status, guys, I didn't have like 1 naira. I didn't have it in my account. I think I had only 1,000 that day. And me, as the shop life gang that I am, I go and buy my soup 800, I buy rice 200, I shop it. Odu me wa bo. If I perish, I perish. But thank God that I am not perishing and I have not perished. I just said it with faith. Guys, like almost a week later, God opened a very major way for me. And I first of all, my first friend's business was about 10K if I can recollect. And I did it to about, 6 or 5 businesses. A a young girl like me, an undergraduate, like where do I want to get this money from? Someone that no major flow of income. And I'm still in awe. Like, how did God do this? Okay, let me also introduce you to another thing I did. So during this ASU strike, I invested into NFTs. And before you put out one of your works out there as an NFT broker or something, you would have to buy like. So guys, the amount of Bitcoin you put into it, or Ethereum, I don't know. And to put just one of my works out there, I knew I had to put like one over almost 100K worth of Bitcoin into it, into putting only one of my piece out into the NFT space. And because I was just new into the NFT NFT world, I just I put out for a low price. Like, okay, let me sell this space. This is my creativity. This is my work. Let me just put it out there. And I remember when I wanted to venture into NFT, God said put in like different things. Like I was just like, God, how do I? Which one is NFT? What's NFT? I went on Google. I went to research about what NFT means. Non fungible token, and God was giving me people that actually went into giving me make. I'll just come on social media and I'll be like, I was somebody that went to NFT and actually made it from NFT. From this guy Adiola Olashide, that guy that posted that NYC copper guy that made that picture of that baba that was doing the gongo, like that was playing the gongo, that made a picture of him and put it on NFT and sold it as a broken NFT. Then to these guys that were trending at a particular time, these that were pall bearers or something, that it had this popular sound. Like I really can't, remember the sound to it. And now they sold it for about $500,000. Yeah, that particular sound with that pop bearing and they were dancing. God was just like, I was like, God, is this you talking? So I went into it. I really didn't know, like I didn't know my onions in NFTs. I spoke to one of my friends, damn, and I said, damn, this is what I want to do. That was like, okay, guy, let me help you. Let me help you make inquiries about it because he actually deals in bitcoins and Ethereum. So that's what he sells. And he's like, okay, let me, you know, make inquiries on your behalf. And he did that for me. Okay, he opened the OpenSea account for me, he did everything. We ventured, okay, I was not like, okay, you know what, you are doing too much for me already, and ended up turning it into a business partnership thing. So I went into NFTs. It's even about this YouTube channel. If you know the miracle that came about this YouTube channel, do you know how many times my YouTube channel has been hacked? The first time I was actually online, I was online and I saw the Nimbo who wants to hack into my YouTube channel. The other time I was not even available, I was sleeping. I said I should just on my data and the notification came. Somebody tried to hack into your YouTube channel like 15 minutes ago, and that 15 minutes ago I was not online. If the devil want to, like, want to use them, everything would have just been acting to, and I would not even be able to regain my account. But this is God being intentional about me, intentional about my family, my friends. Whenever I see my siblings, because I'm actually the first child among three girls, and I see my siblings and I see how far God has brought them. My younger sister, like the last child of the family, is making transformer outfits. God, this is what God can do. God is very intentional. I walked into there, I was like, I didn't have no resolution. I give back on the mark of resolution. I've been telling about, okay, 2022, I'm going to be this, and God help me, clinical. I know I don't follow these resolutions. I don't even know where they are to start with. So what do I do? But I just walked into it clueless. I walked into 2022 clueless. But God has been so intentional about me. I really don't want to cry because of this is me being vulnerable, and I'm a very emotional person. I want to cry because I'm still in awe of how far God has brought me, Is in this kitchen. Who knew me? Who knows me, guys? Who knows me? And I'm collecting jobs. I'm maybe not more cater for 300 guests, 200 guests, a student. Like, there are really lots of things I want to say here, but most of this is actually private. Like, if I tell somebody that at this age of mine, not even the age I want to clock in a few days, like at this age of mine, this is the things I've gotten for myself, this is are the things I have in my name, it'd be like, okay, to some people it might not be a big deal, but knowing kind of family I come from, and knowing how clueless, how going into it into with nothing, I entered this year, or I clocked the last year. I just clock it pé no NFA, no fisher ibi tó bá wù bí orí dání sí là ń pè, ibikíbi tó bá dání sí jẹ́ kí n máa lọ, kí n máa go on sọ́hùn. And I tell people that, okay, guys, I've attained this thing, I have this thing to my name, I have this and they'll be like, yo, but this is what God can do. God is very intentional about, the smallest, like the tiniest of all details. God is very intentional. Like all my over the years, whenever I want to enter into my birthday, I enter into a journey with God. Like for about 7 years, I enter into a journey with God. I'm like, God, I want something special. I asked God, I don't even think, if I'll be honest with you, I don't even think I want the last journey, like the last year, like going to my birthday, I was serious about it. I don't think I was serious about it. Probably because of where I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with the position I was. When life deals with you to an extent, you just be like, okay, Mubakamu. I know of, and it's about the battles that God has won on my behalf without even me being knowing. I would not be in the know that, okay, there was this battle, and it has already been fought. It's only after it I've now go like, I'll now be like, oh, this thing. This is what God can do, guys. Like me, this is my testimony. This is my own gratitude to God. And I really, when I had the leading to make this video about how God has been good to me over the year, I I really didn't know. But as I'm speaking, like as I'm saying it and I'm reminiscing on what God has done, I just know that, okay, there was actually the need for me to make this video. When I look at my mom's face, my mom has nothing but pride and admiration for me. Actually, my kind of person, I'm actually like a child. Like even before people that I'm older than, I actually love acting like a child because of probably that's my nature and all of that. People don't take me serious, but in the insides of me, from the insides of me, I know where I've gotten to. Not pride though, not about pride, but I know where I've gotten to. I know what I've attained. I might not look like what God has done for me. That's it. I might not look like what God has done for me. I might not look at like how far God has brought me. But me, I know that God has been so good to me. Is it from the favor that I don't merit? big gun. I know I don't merit them. I need to actually pray more than which prayer am I praying? Not like I'm on our which prayer, which spiritual are we doing? But God will just, single me out from that thing. In this year alone, I invented the dream of MK interiors, I will look at myself. If I'm going through my gallery and I'm seeing works I've done, even when I was working as a freelancer for a major like a major interior design company. I wasn't collecting money, but I look at myself. Èmi náà mo ṣe kíní. Why? Ọ̀pọ̀ is playing. But this is God. This is God. All the glory goes back to God. Also, the Bible says that when you are at some when you get to a certain stage or when things are actually going well for you, don't think like don't be of the thought that my wisdom, my knowledge, my wealth has brought me this far. Give the glory back to God, and this is what I'm doing. God has been so intentional about me. Actually, this year, I'm actually the kind of person I'm not really into friendships. If I have like five friends or five acquaintances, it's good because I have this huge wall built around me. Like I can be as jovial as anything, I can be as playful as anything. But you can't know like the intricate details about my life or my family. I'm not that kind of person to divulge. Except if the Holy Spirit tells me, okay, you know what? Speak to this person. Like I feel this person's mouth. The thing you need to hear is in this person's mouth. Speak to this person. That's when I would actually come and meet you like, babe, Alpha, I'm actually going through these things. Oh, I even forgot to tell you. By next year, by God's grace, YouTube, Mide's Kitchen is going to be like recipes will be coming back to back by the grace of God. So now about Mide's Kitchen, when I wanted to start Mide's Kitchen that year, that time, like in the middle of like March, like I wanted to open a YouTube channel. I told my mom that mom, it seems this is what I want. I bought my first ring light without doing it. Like I just said, let me just buy it. So when I got to my father to strike, I told my mom that mom, this is what I want to do. My mom wants me to be a fashion designer. I said that mom, this is what I want to do. And she said, okay, fine, if that's what you want to do. And this shout out to my mom for always, for when I find purpose, my mom is also there to develop that purpose. She's like, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, fine, let's go on with it. So I think I wanted to buy an air fryer. And at the time, the air fryer I wanted was about 25K. That was the least, like, for the price I could get for an air fryer. She was like, okay. We now went to the shop, paid that 25,000. Mom was like, share egg back, I'm instrumentally, 5K, like after the fifth time I'll collect it. Mom was like, yes, they have to be consistent, payment, kiniko. Ah, mom was like, okay, no problem. She didn't even say that, she didn't have she didn't have all the money and all of that. That was our intention. Guys, in less than 2 or 3 weeks, I went to the store myself with my own money, not even my mommy's money this time around. The first thing I bought things worth over 70 something thousand. Not that I did not have a naira or 10K to my name to even buy anything for this YouTube channel that I want to start. Aside from the link that I know I had. And I bought things worth about 76,000 naira, if I can remember. That day, my pot was not there. My teacher was like, I'll be using my alopo student pot. My roommates, they have pots, they brought pots from their house. I wasn't even thinking like, okay, the food, like the food items I'll be using. I want to be creating recipes. Like I have recipes that I've even created. Like if I go through my notes, like whenever I'm sleeping, I just have like, okay, this is what I should do. I just pick up my phone and I'll just type them. Then I would even make a voice note because of my notepad on my phone actually has you know that that icon or that effect to actually make a voice note. So that was my thought that nínú owó pocket money mi àmọ́ iye mo like àmọ́ iye mo to create recipes I was going to be using my aloe pot. And guys, I would not like to I bought my first non-stick pot. I bought an oven. I bought the air fryer I wanted. Now, like, not even though that I saw that okay, let me buy God, there's no money. Though that I wanted a major brand, not a brand. I bought a mixer. I don't actually bake like that. I don't really have a flair for baking, but I bought a mixer. I bought like most things that even some Yahweh Legan do not have. Guys, if this is not God, who will I attribute these things to? This is